Hey everyone, this is Trevor with HustlePaintball.com, and today I have a review for you on the Empire BT-4 Combat Slice. Now the BT-4 Combat portion of this marker really isn't that much different. It's still got the same internals, the same electronic ready grip frame, the same foregrip here as well, and it's still the same durable design that comes with a limited lifetime warranty that covers all parts on the inside of the marker and manufacturing or wear defects. The big portion that I'm super excited to tell you guys about is maintenance. Especially for you newer guys out there, it's so much more of a breeze. There used to be two different sides and all these bolts that you had to pull apart. What I'm going to do is just remove this barrel here, and there's a push pin in the back. Go ahead and push that out. Make sure your barrel adapter right here is actually all the way in the back position. It can get caught. Then you can just flip this open like so. If this marker was aired up right now, it wouldn't even matter. I could be on the field, I could open up my marker just like so and see if there's anything that I need to replace, any seals broken, maybe the power tube's cracked. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to be able to easily find out. And that's what's super, super cool about this design, is it's much, much easier to get into for you guys to maintain. Not only that, but there's a couple of other cool new features that I wanted to show you really quickly. It's just as easy to put back together as it is to take apart. As you can see, I did it while talking. There's also this nice T-handle right here, which not only makes it easy to cock, but it's a lot cooler than some of the other side cocking ones that you have. And it's just one of those features that, especially in the $100 to $150 range of a marker, if you go out there and you cock your marker like that, your friends or maybe even some other guys out there are just going to be jealous of how cool your marker is out of the box like that. Now, with all these outer features that I've gone over, there's really nothing special outside of that, as well as, you know, maybe some Weaver Picatinny rails that you have here for your tactical accessories and things of that nature. But really, due to the design, I really want to bring in our table here and just get into maintaining this marker, because now that it's so much easier to maintain, you guys are going to want to maintain it much more, because a happy marker is a happy shooter, let me tell you. Got my BT-4 slice here, and it's time to have a little bit of fun. After showing you the features, I just want to go and actually show you how to maintain the marker itself, and I put it back together to kind of gloat a little bit on how easy and simple it is to take apart. Super, super quick. Now that we have it open, you want to start by removing the barrel adapter, then the linkage arm, your front bolt. Now the tricky part is to remove the rear bolt. To do that, you want to pinch from the back. Near this back cap here, it's locked in with a push pin. Don't even bother removing that, because it's just going to be terrible to put back in. So pinch from the back of that spring, push forward, and then you can lift up. Mainspring and mainspring guide pin come out, as well as your rear bolt and your buffer O-ring here. If you wanted to remove the power tube and get inside there, which typically you will not ever need to, it's locked in. There's two Allen screws right there that you'll need to remove, and then it slides right up. You will need to remove either the ASA or the power tube from the braided hose line in order to thread it through this hole back here. But for the most part, you're not going to need to do that. There's also your detent in this carriage here, which is in the front. Much harder to forget to put in, at least hopefully. And even if you did forget to put it in, hey, it takes you 5 seconds to pull the marker apart anyways, right? So, with that said, upon actually maintaining the marker, really the only thing that you're going to need to oil or lube or check and see if there's a busted O-ring is on this rear bolt, any moving part. So you're going to want to oil this rear bolt and the front bolt as well. Don't use too much on the front bolt. I mean, in most cases they're made out of Delrin, which this one looks like it is, so it just doesn't need any oil. Just a little bit is going to go a long way. If you want to remove the grip frame, there's one more push pin here. You can do that. Pops right off. Removing the trigger, you can just pull out the safety here, and your trigger carriage comes right out as well. If you do want to further take apart this front here, make sure that it's open like this. Pull the push pin out. And there you go. you have a almost completely disassembled BT-4, and you know how to take apart the rest if you need to. It's just that simple. Now, the difficult part really is putting the rear bolt and the mainspring and mainspring guide pin back together. So I'm just going to get this grip frame back on here really quickly so that I can actually have a stable platform to show you that. All right. So the first thing you want to do is take your rear bolt, take your mainspring guide pin, have them all together, and then just like you did while pulling it out, you want to pinch that down, and it's got a lot of tension, so you want to make sure you hold it nice and tightly. Have it scrunched down pretty far so you can fit it directly in the back. Make sure you put it in that way. Keep pushing your rear bolt in, and then you can drop it right into the power tube like that. It's a slightly difficult process. With a little bit of practice, it's going to be a lot better. And then you can just start going through the motions of putting your marker back together. What we're going to do now is, of course, take our nice outside toy, bring it out there, shoot some targets, and do the boring efficiency test for you guys, because we're not discriminatory here at all. It doesn't matter if it's $1,600 or if it's in the $100 to $150 range. We want to show you exactly how many shots you're going to get out of it. All right, now it's time for the boring part of this video, which is the efficiency test. I got this giant gauge on my tank, which is reading 4584 right now. I'm going to chrono it really quickly, use up the last bit of that, and then we're going to start doing the efficiency test. $284, $298, $288, $297. So it's as you can see, $297. It's going great. We're at about 55.46 and going down. We're just going to call it good. And I'm going to set this up and start shooting some paint. So after another 30 paintballs beyond that, that's it. So we're all done. It won't recock anymore. We're at 261 PSI now, and we're going to be counting obviously after we went inside, so I don't know the number now, but here are the results. As you can see, this isn't the most expensive marker in the world, but because it's a paintball gun, it's still really fun to shoot. And it's not the most efficient marker, but it's still blowback style. It's a technology that's been around for over 20 years. I mean, come on, if you want a more efficient marker, buy a more efficient marker. For what this is and what it does, it's absolutely fantastic. You have the slice design, which for you newer players out there is great. It's going to make maintaining your marker such a breeze, and it's going to make it easier for you guys to continue to have your marker run really well. You're not going to need to bring it into a pro shop and spend $40 just to have someone else to clean it, because you don't want to lose parts, you don't know what to oil. I mean, it used to be pretty crazy on the inside of these, and now it's been really much more simplified and easier to get into just because of that slice design. On top of that, it's still a BT-4, has electronic grip frame, upgradable. It does have the limited lifetime warranty, as well as it's a super robust design that just works really well and doesn't need to be maintained that often. So with that said, guys, you can buy this marker or any other markers like it at hustlepaintball.com. Gonna have the SKU coming up really shortly, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're gonna have a lot more videos on the way. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, read our blog, and of course sign up on pbriot.com and see what the community has to say. Myself, Russell, everyone else, we're all on there all the time, and we just have a really welcoming community there of people that just aren't mean. So come check us out, and we really appreciate the support. Thanks for watching, guys. Pac-Man.